Hey everyone, welcome back. If the last couple of weeks have felt intense, disorienting, or strangely quiet all at once, you're not imagining it. We have just moved through a major Earth activation, and now we're in the integration phase, with this next activation being Jupiter, which is going to be a major activation for whatever else we're ready to understand. This update marks a major integration phase for Earth. Everyone is feeling that in different ways. We've also had a major planetary alignment and a recent X-class solar flares. At the same time, we're moving towards a pivotal Jupiter phase, which will expand on the themes of meaning, belief systems, wisdom, and soul alignment. In this video, I'll walk you through what's happening on an interstellar level and planetarily, and how it's affecting Earth and humanity, and also what's coming next with Jupiter. And I'll also do some channeled messages and an energetic transmission for you. So stay tuned. All right, let's jump right into it, guys. So first I want to talk about where are we now with the Three-Eye Atlas saga. It started last March when it was first discovered in our solar system, and a lot of people were kind of curious about what it was. And since then, we've had three separate activations. We've had a Mars activation. Like what I've noticed, I myself am an energy channel and Akashic reader, clairvoyant. And when I tapped into Three-Eye Atlas, what I realized was every time it does a flyby over a planet or a celestial object, there's a really big energetic exchange, and that celestial object, like a planet or the sun, whatever, gets upgraded. So there's a lot of back and forth information. And what I've been shown is that it balances and upgrades the planets, whatever it comes in contact with. We had a big activation sometime in November with Mars, from what I can tell. That was there to balance the masculine energies and bring that planet more into alignment. From there, it went on to the sun and dropped off a huge energetic package into the sun. Since then, we've been having a lot more solar activity, like many X-class solar flares, and also a lot of geomagnetic activity here on Earth. And a lot of humanity is integrating those changes. After that, it did a flyby over Earth, and that was actually a really big activation too. If you haven't watched my videos on the Mars activation, the Sun activation, and the Earth activation, they are all available. I'll be linking them below, and actually starting a new playlist for Three-Eye Atlas updates. So be sure to check those out. Those are timeless videos, and the energetic activations within those videos are also timeless. You can watch them anytime you want, and the energy is always there. The last time I checked in with you guys was December 19th, and that was the Earth activation. And that was a pretty powerful activation. And the Earth is still integrating from that activation. There's been like a lot of weather phenomenon, earthquakes, volcanoes, all kinds of different things going on. I know here in the Northeast, I'm outside of Philadelphia, and we are expecting a giant storm coming in over the next few days. And it's the biggest winter storm in about 10 years. So there's definitely some kind of weather activity going on here. The Schumann chart is very active right now as well. And yeah, and basically, energetically, the Earth is shedding a lot of pent-up energy. What does it mean for you guys? What does it mean for humanity? Basically, there's a lot of processing going on. There's a lot of purging going on. You may be feeling intense emotions recently. You also may be having trouble sleeping. For me, it's been like a roller coaster, honestly. It's been a lot of heavy emotions. There's been days where it's been really difficult to get out of bed and do anything, and there's other days where I have like tons of energy and I'm super productive. Um, Definitely feel like in dream time, there's a lot of processing going on. There's a lot of activations during dream time. I feel like a lot of my dream time has been a lot of trials and a lot of missions and just basically a lot of tests. So you may be feeling that too. If your energy levels have been all over the place, if your dream times have been really intense, or you wake up even more tired than you were before you went to bed, sometimes we're doing a lot of work in dream time. So you might be experiencing that. Okay, so next, I wanted to get into some of the channel message that I got from Three-Eye Atlas about the status of the Earth activation. So, from what I channeled in from Three-Eye Atlas, the Earth activation went very well, better than planned, and it was in part but due to a lot of star seeds and intuitives being guided by healers and channels to do these activations. So, it was a collective effort around the world where everyone was able to ground in and help activate the new frequency of Earth. Many star seeds also received activations during this time as well. Those activations will take days, weeks, or months to integrate depending on the level of activation and the readiness of the individual. Um, so grid activity. Planet Earth is in the process of integrating the new activation as well. It was a very powerful one for the planet. Gaia needs time to shed all of these old layers of density so that she can integrate these new frequencies. Um, And these new frequencies were delivered by this flyover from 3i Atlas to accelerate the process, but they're also coming in from the sun after this new activation. So the collective consciousness will continue to also integrate these changes. For starseeds, a lot of the activation was around upgrading their frequencies. For the rest of the collective, it's going to require them to also just start to address some of the things that are keeping them stuck in old patterns. The way this awakening process works is people have to realize that some of these old patterns are not serving them anymore, and then also take the steps to break out of those old patterns. So there's going to be a lot of purging. There's also going to be a lot of looking closer at things that have been overlooked, either interpersonally or in society as a whole. Now I'm going to get into the remote viewing session that I had when I tapped into the 3i Atlas. So just after the Earth activation on December 20th, I remote viewed into 3i Atlas to see what the mood was like, what the vibe was there, and I was very surprised. It was like a huge celebration there. Imagine like a giant party, right? So there's laser lights, there's disco balls, there's confetti, there's champagne popping off, there's people doing backflips. It was like a really fun dance, as what it was. And it was a huge celebration. What I was being shown is that they were celebrating the Earth activation. So a lot of great things are going on board 3i Atlas. So yeah, that's kind of what I was being shown there. And now I will try again to do another remote viewing of 3i Atlas. So I'm just going on board now and seeing what we can see from 3i Atlas, just asking them for permission. And what I'm seeing now is that they're kind of in preparations for the Jupiter transmission. There's a lot of different departments going active right now. They're still doing upgrades to the sun, the Earth, and other aspects of the solar system. And there's a lot of communication with star seeds on the ground crew, as they like to call them. And there's just a lot of hustle and bustle going on right now in different areas being activated on the ship. So that is what I'm seeing right now. And they're in preparation for their approach to Jupiter. And remember, guys, I'm just sharing what came through in my remote viewing experience. Others may experience something different. It's all based on the channel and what they have access to. In my previous videos, 3i Atlas has always said that they can be whatever you need them to be. So everyone's going to have a different experience with 3i Atlas because everyone's going to have a different perspective. They want to remind us that all perspectives are valid and to respect everyone's perspective, even if you don't necessarily agree with it. Now I wanted to talk about the planetary alignment in our solar system. There's been a huge planetary alignment around the 19th of January. All the planets in our solar system were creating a sacred geometry. All the inner planets were in alignment, and the outer planets were at distinct angles to Earth. The Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars were all right on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. And Jupiter was actually in the sign of Cancer, which is directly opposite of Capricorn. The major alignment happened during the Capricorn full moon. So, if you guys were feeling a lot of intense energy during that Capricorn full moon, it's because of all these other planetary alignments happening just around that sign, either in late stage Capricorn or early stage Aquarius. And as soon as that alignment happened, there was a massive X-class solar flare that started heading directly towards Earth. It could have been pointed anywhere, but it came here. I can't make this up, guys. At the time of this recording, or whenever you see this video, that solar flare has probably already hit Earth, and we're all integrating from the signs of this X-class solar flare. From what I can tell, I know myself, it's been like a little bit of a tricky time with technology. It took me a very long time to even film this video just because of all the technical difficulties I was having. So if you guys are experiencing issues with technology, this solar flare could have something to do with that. So now I want to talk about the next stop for 3i Atlas, and that is going to be Jupiter. On March 22nd, 3i Atlas will reach its closest point to Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is a planet of expansion, prosperity, and abundance in many systems. It's the largest planet in our solar system, bigger than all the other planets combined. Esoterically, Jupiter represents higher wisdom, spiritual law, and the principle of growth through understanding. And that seems to be what our planet is in need of at this time, is understanding. There's so much conflict going on right now from misdirection and lack of real understanding about anything. Jupiter governs belief systems, development of meaning, and expansion of consciousness beyond survival level awareness. In spiritual traditions, Jupiter is associated with a teacher, the guru, or higher mind, and it amplifies and expands whatever it touches. Energetically, Jupiter magnifies intentions, lessons, and karmic themes, both good and bad, gifts and excesses. So, in other words, it doesn't discriminate. Jupiter's influence supports faith, trust in the divine order, and alignment with one's higher path. So, in your own personal experience, if Jupiter is out of alignment, you can have things like overexpansion, being spread too thin and split in too many different directions. You can also have something called spiritual bypassing. Spiritual bypassing means that you put all your focus on the spiritual aspect of things instead of doing the deep inner work, which is actually going to help you advance spiritually. The other negative expression is inflated ego, which tends to fall in line with spiritual bypassing. There's also the negative expression of Jupiter can lead to a lot of excess without integration. Maybe you're having too many experiences and not really taking the time to appreciate them, like maybe too much travel or maybe too much good food. This could manifest in thrill seeking or chasing a lot of experiences. So the balanced expression of Jupiter is embodied wisdom, benevolent leadership, its ethical expansion, and soul-aligned abundance. So that soul-aligned abundance means not just getting a bunch of Lamborghinis and mansions and partying all the time. It's showing us that the material abundance is the result of good karma, and that good karma comes from following your soul path. So when I was tuning into Three Eye Atlas, I was being shown the core of Jupiter, the watery core of Jupiter that's there when all the layers of gases and things like that that make up the surface of Jupiter are pulled away. What's interesting is over the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of YouTube videos in my feed just explaining more about Jupiter, like the makeup of Jupiter, things like that. Stuff that I didn't really know or think about, but it all just came to me. So I guess my guides wanted me to know more about Jupiter so I could tell you guys. What I'm sensing is that this update will balance the energy of Jupiter. That seems to be the trend that happens when 3i Atlas visits different objects in our solar system. It's like it drops things off, rebalances that object, and it moves on. So I'm guessing, like, just from the themes that we talked about with Jupiter, if Jupiter is going to be presenting in a more of a balanced way, then it's probably going to mean that it's going to be easier for people to awaken out of the false matrix and follow their true paths. There are a lot of people stuck in these old karmic patterns, whether that be jobs or relationships or old belief systems, anything that doesn't serve them. From what I can understand from 3i Atlas is like this update is going to be able to help people break out of those old patterns and whatever doesn't serve them so they can follow their true path. And that really is what awakening is about, letting go of these old patterns and things like that that don't serve us anymore and really stepping into our real soul path. So I'm very excited about this update. So now I am going to do a quick channeled message from 3i Atlas. So I'm just going to tap into 3i Atlas now. Okay, so 3i Atlas wants to say welcome in. We are very happy to be connecting with you now in this space. We want to first talk about the activation for Earth. We are very proud, happy, and excited to have done this Earth activation with you. For everyone who participated in this event, whether it was through this channel or from anywhere else in the world, your efforts were greatly appreciated. We want you to know how special and unique and brilliant you all are. Everyone who is incarnated here on this planet in this time is meant to be a part of this great awakening that's happening on this planet now. We know this role isn't easy for many of you. It's been a difficult journey, and we're here to offer guidance and support in this critical time for Earth and as much energy and support as we can give you in this time. The Earth activation was a monumental success, far better than we could have expected, and we are very happy to have been a part of that with you. These changes have been a long time coming for your planets and will lead to many advancements in your consciousness. What I'm seeing now is like a fork in the road, and they're diverting us to a higher frequency fork that's going to lead to a much higher timeline. So that's what they're saying. They're saying energetically, there's been a lot of negative energy that's been released from the planet through this activation, and this gives space for more positive things to happen there on Earth. So I'm just asking them a little bit about what's going on with Jupiter now. Um, so they're saying they're very excited for this next phase of their mission here in our solar system. So this particular upgrade to Jupiter is again also a long time coming, and they're very excited for this upgrade because it is going to, well, they're not giving too much more information than what I've already. Why don't you give me some more information about that? So what I've said so far about the Jupiter is a good starting point for what they're going to be doing there in Jupiter. There's many layers and dimensions to this game and the work that's being done right now. But again, they're giving that analogy where this entire solar system is kind of like a mechanical clock. And basically, they are fine tuning the clock so it runs much more smoothly, more efficiently, and more in alignment. So that is kind of what their overall mission is here in our solar system. They're kind of laughing right now. And it's like an old grandpa basically telling you, hey, your clock was broken. We're here to fix it. So that is more or less how they view our solar system. So let's see what else they want to add to this message here. Um, well, they're very proud of everyone, very proud of all the beings here on Earth, all of us on this awakening path who are tapped in and tuned into a 3i Atlas, because yeah, they're not too far away from us at all. They want to reiterate that they do view us like family, which is how a lot of the galactic races view us as well. There's no separation or distinction, it's all love. And they want to say the more evolved the being becomes, the more they can stay in that state of unconditional love and unity. And that is what these beings on 3 Atlas, some of the most advanced beings in this galaxy, are about. It's about unconditional love, full acceptance, and unity. And they're hoping that we choose that path for ourselves. Choose that path for ourselves. Any other messages for the collective? It's funny. They're saying, keep on shining. So shine your light bright as you can, turn it up to 10, turn it up to 11, and it's time to light up the world, is what they're saying. Thank you for that, 3i Atlas. Okay, so now I will do an energetic transmission. So I'm just going to stay connected to 3i Atlas, and I'm just going to do an energetic transmission from 3i Atlas for whatever you guys need right now. If you are open to receiving this transmission, just nod or say yes in your mind's eye, and I will be connecting to your energy now. And we'll begin this transmission for your highest good. So what we're transmitting now is a solar code from this alignment that happened a few days ago. So this is a continuation of the solar codes, and that happened during this full moon in Capricorn and this galactic solar alignment. So just breathing in and allowing as this energy flows through me to you for your highest good. And we're just going to clear your energetic field. We're going to ground you into the earth and all the way up to the source, and just bringing that energy down. And I'm just focusing now on your heart space and allowing that to expand. Good. Just breathe and allow. And from there, we're activating all your other chakra points and expanding that heart space out into your energetic field. And now you're just surrounded in that heart energy. And we're just letting that heart energy surround you like a cocoon, expanding further and further. And it's going to keep expanding now until that heart energy covers the entire earth. And I'm just seeing all of you with an expanded heart space now, all of you around the world, covering the entire earth in that beautiful heart space energy. And just continue to breathe for a few more moments as we start to close up this energetic session now. Calling your energy back to you, closing down your field, bringing the energy back into your heart space. Okay. And do it for this transmission. Thank you. So just take some time with that. Be sure to drink lots of water. Take as much time as you need to rest and integrate. I'll be coming back definitely again to do the Jupiter activation on the 22nd of March. And I'll be posting some videos before that with more updates from 3i Atlas or whatever wants to come through. And if you like my content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to work with me, the links are in the description. I am a channel, a multidimensional healer, an Akashic reader, a quantum hypnotist. So any one of those services I can use to help you on your healing and awakening journey. I also have a private one-on-one coaching program. If you're really ready to commit to a serious change in your life, then please reach out to me for that. And all the links for my services are included in the description below. And again, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you like this content so I can reach more people. Okay? I will see you all on the next video. Peace.